Hello everyone, it's Luphisra here. Today I'm going to be playing more of Foolish Mortals. So we had to do the whole church thing again because the game bugged out on me last time. Let's go do that. To hear the entire conversation, them again. No big deal.
I'm getting the shivers, boss. It feels like I got a brain freeze, and I ain't even slammed down a snow cone.
You don't got a brain to get froze. It is feeling chilly, though, ain't it?
That's the first sign of ghosts, boss.
Yeah, you have to scare them away from the church.
Just for safety. What's the second sign of ghosts?
The ghost's presence begins to interfere with the electric fields, most commonly seen manifesting as flickering lights.
Okay, so now we need to make the lights flicker, but we need a fuse for that. Which, before I do anything, let me save again. You have to save constantly with this game, because otherwise it'll bug out. Nothing in the car, right?
I didn't need to drive the car.
Okay, wait.
Deciding the jalopy was so beat up that a little more damage wouldn't be noticed, I cut open the stitch. I pulled the spring from the ripped seat cushion.
Didn't hear that. Okay, good. I need a fuse. Okay, so I could switch the thing. I don't have a fuse.
I didn't need the fuse.
Can I take one from the house? How do I go down there again? Ah, yes.
Looking at the fuse box, it was clear to see why the barrel lift no longer moved. The fuse had blown, taking the small glass cover with it. With questionable regard for my own safety, I pulled the damaged fuse from its socket.
Okay, and then I'll go back to the church and fix the fuse here so that I can make the lights flicker, I think.
If flickering lights were what would scare the rum runners, it was time to do some rewiring.
Bada bing!
Turn the dial to redirect the electricity through the faulty fuse.
Boss, the lights are flickering!
That's gotta be a coincidence.
Or a sign of ghosts!
What did you say the third sign of paranormal activity was, Morris?
The tolling of a bell!
Okay, I need to make the bell toll. So, is there a bell somewhere that can make it toll? Which again, save. So, tolling of a bell. Do you all remember where there's a bell? Anywhere that... Don't remember.
The tin was full of nothing but holes.
Also, I forgot to say hello, Herma. Did I say hello? Hello, Herma. And yes, happy Sunday. I'm sorry. I'm too engrossed in the game. Not in the church. You can go check it out. And yeah, this is the same pattern, see?
I couldn't see any way to open the crypt door.
I think this is where Yardley's body is.
Sealed this up, intended to seal it up for good.
You know, because Rackham wants to kill him. So I think that's where he is. There's no bell in the church. Oh, there's a bell rope.
If the tolling of a bell was the third sign of ghostly activity, It was time to ring in the witching hour.
Oh, it's right here. I'm so sorry.
The bell!
A chill in the air. Flickering lights. Tolling of the bell.
Do you think it's...
Ghost! Run for your life! Start, you blasted car!
Well, that was a simple puzzle.
Not moving, Musket.
Because out of that long line of automobiles on Delancey Street, you decided to steal something less reliable than a politician's promise! Start, you rust bucket!
It started, Musket.
There we go. And now, we floor it.
Bye-bye. Did they crash? Sounds like they crashed.
Crashed, Musket.
I can see that we crashed, Morris. Well, there's only one thing we can do.
What's that, boss?
Run for our lives!
Yay, bye-bye. And I'm gonna save because I'm not going to do that again. But yeah, okay, we managed to get rid of them. Now, can I put the lights back to normal since they're gone and I want the lights to be...
I didn't need to do that again.
Okay, fine. No, he wants the flickering lights. Okay, never mind. Now, let's look at the stained glass. That's the most important thing, I think.
The window is even more beautiful in person, adorning the altar below it like a crown. And that's when I noticed something. Below the window was a cross-shaped indentation in the wood that made me think something was missing.
In the light, find the cross, for it shall bring you safe passage.
Taking the book, I realized it was an old Bible, with a thicker layer of dust than a nudist's summer wardrobe.
Oh, I think that's the priest's Bible I need to give him. Okay. But I need to find the cross. Maybe the priest would give it to me?
I couldn't see anything to do with the statue.
Anything there to find in the
wasn't
church?
Time for a sit-down.
Okay, fine, never mind. Okay, so nothing here. Let me go back to the house and give the Bible to this guy.
Is this the Bible you've been looking for?
My word, that it is, my boy. Oh, where did you find it?
In the
Down
church.
the side of a cabinet back in St. Juniper's church.
You should take more care of your Bible, jeez.
People do say they find faith in the most unexpected places, but down the side of furniture is certainly one of the most common.
I think the cross is the one that he
Is
is...
there anything I can give you to show
wearing.
appreciation?
Actually, I did have my eye on that crucifix you're wearing.
Ah, are you looking for spiritual guidance, my child?
Yes,
Absolutely.
totally.
Particular-
Of course.
Something hidden in St. Juniper's church.
Then I shall give it to you with my deepest thanks.
Thank you so much, Mr. Ghost. This is the nicest thing you've done.
You to where you want to.
Okay, you were an asshole before, but whatever, right? You're helping me now. All right, back to the church. Oh,
What a relief. My Bible returned to me. Why, if I hadn't gotten it back, we would have had to cancel the wedding.
oh fuck. Should let him cancel the wedding. Never mind. I need to find the keys anyway. No, we need to defeat Raccoon for good, not temporarily. So,
Crucifix slid smoothly into the indentation, like the final piece in a jigsaw puzzle.
ooh. What are these?
I pressed the button and the panes of glass in the window above seemed to change, but it was hard to tell at night. Without sunlight behind them, all the colors were indistinguishable from one another.
Oh, I need light. I need to have light.
I knew I was on the right track, but at this time of night, the colors of the window were dark and indistinguishable. If only it had been dawn.
But it's not dawn. So I need to make it so that the light can shine through the glass somehow. But how'd I do that?
If the statue held any secrets, I couldn't decipher them.
Okay. Okay, let me save first. Okay, I need to get light. Okay, they crashed a car.
I didn't need to drive the car. I picked
Get
up the
the
starting
crank.
crank from the jalopy seat.
Can I use the crank here somewhere?
I didn't need to do that again.
Guess not. It's not important anymore. Hello, Ghostly Ozzy. Welcome to the stream.
I couldn't see any way to open the crypt door. Not a doorknob, not a keyhole. Whoever sealed this up intended to seal it up for good.
I need to make it so that there's light shining in. Hello, Edgar Kettle.
Good evening, Edgar.
Ah, blast it. Not again. I go all night as the only one in this cemetery with a pulse. Then here you are bringing me 2 steps closer to losing it. What do you want now?
Just taking a look around. It's peaceful here.
It was.
That guy digging your grave for you?
What are you digging?
I
I
thought
mean, you're still alive. Why would they need to dig a grave for you?
some dick chick.
Probably for that other dead guy.
What do you think I'm digging? Another grave.
Who's this one for?
Reginald Goff. He was the state executioner in the next parish over.
How did he die?
His last convict was a bit nervous about being executed by the electric chair. When Goff asked him if he had any final requests, the convict asked if he could hold his hand for support.
Shocking.
Wow, that's dumb.
Got Marigold McGee to deal with before I can clock off. That'll be a headache.
What's so difficult about Marigold McGee?
She asked for her remains to be scattered across the island.
That doesn't seem so bad.
The problem is she didn't want to be cremated.
Oh, that is tough.
The ghost stories are real.
Well, I don't want to hear them. I don't like to think about ghosts.
Why not?
Because they'd be bad for business. I have my work cut out here with the dead as it is. Imagine if they came back asking for a refund.
Has the cemetery been here long?
This cemetery is the whole reason Devil's Rock is populated. Back when the mainland was first settled, they used to ship off the bodies of undesirables to be buried here. The criminals and paupers. St. Juniper's Church up on the hill was one of the first structures here, along with the fort. So that's
Oh, they're very old then.
a cemetery island. A place where only Beelzebub himself would take the bodies that were interred in its
Is that why they call it Devil's Rock?
Devil's Rock.
That's how it earned its name. Okay.
Sanctuary crypt in the hillside?
That's right. Must be the oldest crypt in the cemetery.
Is there a way inside?
Not that I know of. I've never been in there. I don't think it's been used for centuries. There's a local legend that a tunnel runs into the crypt from the church. An old escape route. But if it's real, I've never found it.
What's that carving on the front of the sanctuary crypt?
Beats me. Just a fancy schmancy decoration, I assumed. But now that you mention it, I do think
In the church.
somewhere before.
The pattern is in the church.
Do you know there are a couple of gentlemen up by the church?
Rum runners they are. And dealing with them is not in my job description. As long as they don't mix up the stiffs I'm burying with the stiff drinks they're smuggling, I'm keeping my nose out. Curiosity killed the cat, you know. And I really miss Mittens.
I imagine Mittens is his cat.
There's a dead body over at Bellemore Manor hanging from a tree.
So, what do you want me to do about it?
Bury it.
Bury it?
If it manages to wander its way over here, I'll bury it. Until then, I'm not stepping foot onto the Bellemore estate. I've heard the stories about the Phantom, and I'm not risking my shut-eye to rescue a cadaver from a tree like some stuck kitten.
Do you know who the hanged man is?
Beats me. But from what I've heard, it's been there ever since that wedding night.
It's a sailor.
Good.
Not that I can tell anybody about that. Okay. I need light to shine into the church. But how do I do that? I need to turn on the light from the lighthouse to do that. Because the fort's right there.
Fort from this part of the island.
Then they'll have light, and then we can see the church panel, of course. But I need to somehow make it so that I can make sure the dude turns on the light. And of course the ice melted from the dry ice. But how do I make it so that it goes up?
The dry ice had entirely evaporated, leaving the window box empty.
Can I take the fan from the church?
I decided to leave the fan running.
Why?
The collection plate was empty.
So I couldn't do that, okay. Why can't I take the fan though?
I decided to leave the fan running.
But I need it. Is there anything in the brother's room that could help me? Nothing. It flows downwards, so it has to be something I can do to make it go upwards. Or build up in the window so that he'd be like, oh, fog, I need to turn on the lights at the lighthouse. And what the crank is for? What is the crank for? Has to be something I can do with the crank.
You were built for this. Do it.
What? It's...
Maybe if I put that there.
What seems to be the problem?
The till coil snapped off and almost had my eye out.
Your eye?
Can you believe it? I try to get a story that's fit to print, and instead the printing press has a fit. Why can't I get one of those electric machines like they've got at the New Orleans Post?
Because you're living here. I have a...
Maybe this will help?
I have a spring if you want.
What do you think you're doing?
I fixed it for you.
I'm going to need to recalibrate the whole thing now.
No need to say thank you.
So unappreciative. We saved your ass.
You're lucky. There's something fishy about you, Murphy McCallan. I can smell a story on a person like rotten eggs in an egg salad. And currently it's the 4th of July summer picnic and someone forgot to put the bowl in the refrigerator last night.
What's wrong with you? Jeez.
I picked up the freshly printed sheet of paper.
Oh. Oh. Is that for your one of the brothers? Hold on. Hello, Parlor Witch.
Welcome back, Murphy McCallan. Take a seat.
Shall we egg salad them by throwing it in their face then? Throwing it in the girl's face. The reporter's face. Here you go.
Found something that could be used as a spirit board.
The only one left is the globe.
Yes, that will work. Even if it will take a lot of concentration.
Waste of good eggs. We can use like rotten eggs. Okay, we're now encountering one of the brothers, a scientist, whose name I don't remember.
Bellemore, we
Okay,
now...
Cecil Bellemore.
Where do you rest forevermore?
Okay, so we know this guy's at the crypt. So where is he? I can't figure that out.
It's a hidden place. A laboratory known only to Cecil.
Oh, is he in the house?
Study and invention and desperate attempts to reconcile science and the supernatural. But he's been followed. Unknown to Cecil, someone lies in wait in the darkness and is about to look at the painting.
Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear.
Cecil's body lies in a hidden laboratory.
His hidden laboratory.
Cecil never told anyone where he conducted his work. But in happier times, he created a treasure hunt for his brothers, were they ever to seek him out. That is your lifeline, Murphy. Follow the trail of clues to reach that laboratory. I sense the first clue lies in Cecil's bedroom.
Thank you. So now his bedroom's unlocked, so I can go in. Okay. So the parlor witch is the one that's keeping the rooms locked. You know, magically. You know, so she's unlocking them for us now. Good. Thank you again. Okay, let me go to the room before Rackham finds out. Oh, holy shit. Is that blood on the floor? A pool of ink thing? Crazy.
The bag was empty of everything but papers covered in an unintelligible scrawl. The books covered all manner of scientific subjects, magnetism, thermodynamics, chemistry, and much more, none of which I had the time or understanding to read.
Any map?
Through the pockets of the lab coat.
Anything?
To my surprise, I found something. A small silver coin.
A small silver coin? What's that for? And what's this?
I'd already carried a shrunken head around earlier that night. I didn't want to start a trend by lugging around other unnerving abominations. And I especially didn't want this one talking to me.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Good idea.
The apparatus looked like the handiwork of a mad scientist. I thought it was best not to mess with it. Who knew what sort of reaction I might set off?
Definitely very sciencey. Monkey or baby skeleton. Yeah, I don't want to think about it. Either way, it sucks, right? Oh, it's spilled everywhere. Such a dirty person. Okay, what's the coin for? Can I give it to what? The jewelry guy? And then he could, I don't know,
It was an old silver coin. At its center were 2 lines of text, but they were too small to read with the naked eye.
Oh, there might be a microscope somewhere that could, see. Why does he not have a microscope and stuff in his room? He's a scientist, for crying out loud. It's more like a lab than a bedroom. Yeah, he's so crazy about his work, right? That he has a lab in his bedroom. I can't imagine that. Who loves his work so much that they kept it a lab in their own room? Okay, I need some magnifying glass thing, but I don't think it's in the house. I don't think. Yeah, no, nothing in here. That's a girl's room. There's nothing there. Could be at the jewelry place. Let me go take a look.
Welcome back.
Can I use the
There was
microscope?
no reason to use the microscope without something to magnify.
Here.
Could I use your microscope to look at this coin I found?
Oh, are you a fellow fan of numismatics?
I prefer the old ones.
Yeah, never mind. Go right ahead.
Thank you.
With the microscope calibrated, the coin's writing came into focus. It read, "Into the palm of a prince."
Into the palm
must
of
have
a
been
prince?
clue in Cecil's treasure hunt. I just had to find the prince's palm he was referring to.
Princess Palm. Do you have any idea what that
What
meant?
else to ask him?
Oh, never mind. Not you then. Princess Palm. You guys have any idea what that meant? Princess Palm. Princess Palm. Is it in the house? Princess Palm. What's a chalkboard
was
here?
blank, presumably waiting a decorative welcome for the infernal marriage of an evil phantom to his cursed bride.
Okay, so let me see the ballroom. I don't think.
Walking back into the ballroom, the throng of wedding guests had dispersed to their guest rooms, replaced by chairs and tables neatly set out on the dance floor. Preparations for the wedding were gathering speed like a boulder rolling down a mountainside, and I felt like I was smack in the middle of its path.
Okay, so they're setting up for the wedding already. Damn it, I need to hurry up. Prince or princess? I don't know. It says Princess Palm. So I have to put it somewhere, but I don't know where. Statue? One of the statues, I think.
The two sea deities stared at me with disapproving eyes. I didn't know what I could have done to disappoint a statue. Nope.
Okay, not you guys. Is it this guy? Hurry up, hurry up.
Following the inscription on the coin and realizing that the metallic statue depicted an Indian prince, I took a close look at the statue's palm. For the first time, I noticed a slight circular indentation, about the size of a coin. I placed the coin into the statue's hand. It fit the indentation exactly, into the palm of a prince. No sooner had I done it than I heard sparks and hums coming from inside the statue. That's when I realized it wasn't a statue at all. It was an automaton. A robotic figure made to move with cogs, wires, and electrical pulses. It seemed to be fighting to move, but then, nothing.
Well, blow me over with a dandelion. I didn't expect anyone to get that working again.
It's not doing much.
Joints will be frozen, I should think. No wonder after all these years. Another job for me to do, and a dangerous one at that. Who knows how many volts Master Cecil ran through that thing to get it moving?
So do you have any oil or something? Oh, grease! I know where to find some grease. Can I grab some grease in my bottle?
Nope. I didn't need to dust that.
I need a grease to oil the thing.
Beam looked to be driven by the water wheel outside. From the multitude of wires fanning out from the top, it was presumably hooked up to a generator. If I touched the grease with my...
Grease?
It wasn't going to work. That didn't work.
Okay, how do I get it then?
I couldn't do that.
I need it for the statue. I think that's what I need.
That wasn't going to work.
Okay. So, how do I fix that? Okay, let me talk to the gardener.
Hello again, Murphy. Have you given any more thought to my offer?
No.
The offer to poison me?
Well, you needn't.
I'm still saying no.
In on it. Personally, I think death's just got a bad rap.
I suppose if the Grim Reaper showed up in a glittery tuxedo jacket instead of a hooded cloak, we'd all be much more on board with it.
Exactly. We all have misconceptions about the afterlife. I used to think we were reincarnated. But the fact that I have the same neck wrinkles and big belly, just now translucent blue, has certainly put the lid on that theory.
Why did you believe in reincarnation?
Well, it was more for the social aspect, really. We used to have monthly...
I mean, it could still be possible if you're not trapped here because of a curse. Just saying.
Until the venue asked us not to come back.
What happened?
It was a disaster waiting to happen, to be honest. By the last one, we had 3 different members claiming to be Napoleon. And they decided the best way to figure out who was genuine was by seeing who would be the first to reconquer Western Europe. We had one person claiming to be Ebenezer Scrooge, despite the stumbling block of his being a fictional character. The final straw was that we had one Julius Caesar and one Brutus. They got in a fist fight outside the venue when Julius tried to jab Brutus with a French loaf from Bon Ton Bakery, shouting, "Baguette too, Brute!" He said afterwards he was just trying to even things up.
Who did you think you were reincarnated from?
Anne Boleyn's my best guess. She had green sleeves, didn't she? And I often have such a splitting headache that a whole beheading thing might come as a relief. How about you, Murphy? You think you had a past life?
I don't think so.
What I did to deserve the life I've got now.
Unless I'm the sailor, and that's why I'm chosen to solve this puzzle and help out, like, Abigail, maybe.
Can I attend one of your...
Hello there, Hermit Gamer. I'm surprised to see you here. I thought you had a day out with your family.
Fee, though.
How'd it go?
$2 per person. I know. I thought it was expensive when I joined up too. But it's worth the gamble. You only live once, don't you?
Who's the statue of?
Oh, him. He's from an old Indian fable the Bellemores used to have read to them as children. It was a gift Cecil Bellemore gave his brothers a couple of years before he disappeared. Quite the conversation piece.
What was the statue's story about?
A young Maharaja prince who sold his kingdom for a single coin, all so he could use it to save the love of his...
Oh, you made it back earlier than expected. That's why you're here.
That sort of thing.
It's good to see you.
Do you know what's wrong with the statue?
That thing'll be rusted up. If you want to get it moving, you do best to lubricate the joints, I'd say. There must be some grease somewhere. It's a marvel, that thing. One of Master Cecil...
I know where grease is. I just know how to want to get it.
It'll be even more of a marvel if you get it running again.
For the love of Christ. Why is it always bots? Every fucking stream now. Seriously.
Did you say Rackham took an interest in the poison garden?
That's right. Asking me all...
I seriously need to get that Siri bot set up. I swear.
And which ones could drug a person. Ended up rather captivated by the indigo ivy.
What happens if it's used as a drug?
Just a few leaves in a cup of tea would have you paralyzed for hours. There are no ill effects once you come back round, though. Of all the plants here, it's probably one of the benign ones.
Unless you're bricked up alive before it's worn off.
Oh, he used it on Yardley.
Do you have any indigo ivy left?
Oh, that sucks.
It was all missing the morning after Rackham asked about it.
Well, no time to stop and smell the roses. Goodbye.
Goodbye, Murphy.
No, now that I've talked to him, can I go get the grease? Or do I need some apparatus or something for it? Because I know where the grease is. I just need to know how to get it.
That didn't work. I didn't need to dust that. I didn't need to dust that. I couldn't do that.
Then how do I get the grease?
That didn't work.
How am I supposed to get the grease?
I didn't need to blow on that. I didn't want to make a hole in that. I couldn't do that.
So how do I get the grease?
That didn't work.
Wait, before that, let me save first. Okay, I need something so that I can get the grease, but what?
It was strange to think that I'd been supernaturally trapped within the house, and that despite that, I felt compelled to go back in.
Do I need an item or something for it? Something oily.
I didn't need to search for a book right now. I already felt like I was in one.
I need to get oil, but how do I get it? Why does the game keep doing that to me? Why does it like to crash so much? I swear, I need to make a review of this game and tell the developers to fix the damn game. Because it keeps crashing all the time. Well, at least I didn't get too far. Do people still use whale oil in this time period? I have no idea. Wondering if it's a driver issue. It wouldn't be a problem with my computer though, because my PC works with every other game. I had no issues with it. With even like games that are even more like graphic intensive than this one, but somehow this game is the one that keeps crashing on me. I don't know why. And this is a modern game. Can you imagine? I play like older games that don't crash, and then this is the game that causes it to crash so much. Okay. Do I have something in his room that could help me? How do I get the wheel oil? And you know what? I don't know if I had the conversation with the dude anymore, but I'm just gonna load up first. The chicken's over there. I'm a bit confused. I need light at the church. I need to do... Nothing else here. There's nothing with this guy, I'm sure. The constant saving thing, it's kind of annoying. But I just have to keep doing it.
Well, look who it is. Murphy, I've been hearing talk of someone wandering the island on a crime spree. And look who comes walking through the door.
I can explain.
Explain what? We've got no time for your blabber. I need your help to catch him. You're an auditor, aren't you?
I used to be.
You must be used to prying that big nose of yours into other people's business.
Big nose?
It's a honker, Murphy. Now, put it to good use and help me sniff out who this Devil's Rock devil is.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
What's he been up to?
Given age-restricted voodoo artifacts to an 8-year-old. let loose a dangerous domesticated alligator, broken into Bellemore Manor
I'm so sorry.
Mill, handled prohibited
That is me.
recklessly knocked over historic explosives, impersonated the dead, and, get this, bellowsed a chicken.
The monster.
Know anything about it?
Of course not.
Can't say that I do.
Well, keep your eyes open. If a good and just citizen like me allows those with such wickedness to get away with their heinous deeds, then what has become of us as a society?
Is that really the reason?
Of course not. I might sell some newspapers out of this.
I don't like her as a person, but as a character, she's real well made. I'll say that. But I am so sorry, lady. That person was me. Okay, I was the one that did all those things. So, nope, I'm not gonna help you catch myself. Obviously. Okay, I need a hit, man. Illuminate the stained glass. I know I need to do the lighthouse thing. Hold on. Oh, I haven't did this yet? It didn't... Okay, I need to redo that, apparently.
Murphy, the Devil's Rock...
Oh no, what's he done this time?
I heard that he's committed arson of the Spirit Queen riverboat, practiced black magic, cavorted with rum runners. Know anything about it?
Of course not. No.
Can't say that I do.
The Devil's Rock Devil continues to elude us.
I'm so sorry. She's just... Yeah, apparently I need to redo the whole microscope thing. Did the game not catch me read the writing on the coin? Or is it because I haven't, like, unlocked the Prince statue yet? That's why. But I can do it again. Why not?
Welcome back.
I learned all I could from the microscope.
Yeah, see, I did that already.
The chamber pot would make a respectable new home for the fish, but I knew Jasper wouldn't be happy seeing me disturb her. It was an ornate display cabinet. There was no way I could carry a fishbowl full of water and a live goldfish around with me. If I wanted it, the goldfish was going to need a new home first. Robbing a jewelry store really wasn't my style. That wasn't going to work.
I need to distract the guy from staring at me all the time. Okay, how am I supposed to... Let me just save again. Might as well. Yeah, I know. Into the palm. I need grease. Just need to wait to wipe it up. Oh, I need to speak to the ferryman again. There was the whole bug thing, so he gave me the flag, but because of the bug with game crashing and freezing up, I gotta redo that part again. So yeah, whole conversation with the ferryman again. My bad. I knew I was missing something.
Hello.
Hello.
I'm gonna speed through that because I already talked to him before.
I'll treasure.
Now, do you have a...
I'll talk to you later.
Goodbye.
Okay, then I'll save again. Okay, I'll save this part again. Right, I'll speed through that conversation, and I'll save. And then I'll go back to the Baxter's mill and get grease. Use it with the flag.
Using the cotton flag, I scooped up some of the gloppy grease.
And then go back to the house. And wipe the statue up with oil. That will work, right?
Using the flag soaked in grease, I began to oil the automaton's joints.
Coin again. Coin again.
I I placed the coin back in the automaton's hand and watched. The cap of the scroll case opened and revealed something inside.
Well, there's life in the old thing yet. Gives us all hope, doesn't it?
Of course, of course.
I picked up the piece of paper that had fallen from the statue. Unrolling it, I discovered it was a death certificate, all filled in except for one key piece of information. The name was missing. It was certainly a clue, but who did it belong to?
This is to certify that someone has died on first day of April in the year of our Lord 1898 and was respectably and expeditiously buried at St. Juniper's Church Cemetery on the day of the 31st day of March. I need to go to the Juniper Church area, but before that, let me save again. Okay. And then we'll travel to the church. Either looking at the cemeteries or I talk to Edgar and then he'll tell me.
I scanned the headstones for anything of note, but didn't know what I was searching for.
Oh,
The death certificate must have been written up in relation to one of these graves, but without the name, I didn't know which grave it was.
oh, I'll talk to this guy.
I thought I'd leave Edgar alone for now. Does this death certificate mean anything to you? The name hasn't been filled in, but it says you were the Undertaker.
Of course I was. Nobody else on the island would do it, now would they?
I was wondering if you remembered who it was you buried.
That was over 30 years ago. Do you know how many bodies I've buried in my career? I couldn't tell one corpse from the other. This may surprise you, but I don't get that attached to them. They don't make for very stimulating conversation.
Is there any?
If only you
out who
could
it was?
have met the
I've got
talking head.
buried. Maybe there was an obituary.
Thank you.
Maybe that was an obituary. Do I need to find an obituary? Obituary.
The death certificate must have been written up in relation to one of these graves, but without the name, I didn't know which grave it was.
Oh yeah, the reporter. We could ask her. Maybe she'll be of help.
As I returned to the docks, I realized that Dead Nettle's usual smell of sea breeze and rotting fish had been replaced by something far more pleasant. The smoky scent of a fish I thought I recognized.
He's burning fish. Oh, he's eating our fish, maybe.
Anything to report?
I'm keeping my eyes open.
Do you know about this?
Can I take a look in the filing cabinets?
Sorry, McCallan. Employees only. And we're a one-woman operation here these days.
I'm trying to track a burial down, and I think the date might match up with an old edition of the newspaper.
I hear you. Why don't you write up your request and lodge it with our archival department?
Where's the archival department?
In any trash can you can find.
Why not just look for me? Do I have to distract her again?
Yes?
Hi. What are you working on now?
A clarification. A local dancer's moving off the island and looking to get rid of some furniture. But my piece asking if there was any interest in Hoochie Coochie dancer Lulu Leroy's huge chest got a much bigger response than we expected. And not for the right reasons.
How's the Devil's Rock Devil investigation going?
I've made progress.
You think you know who it is?
No. Progress with my marketing campaign. I've written a jingle.
Oh dear.
Across the aisle, from shore to shore, those good of hearts buy misdeeds in store. A shadow looms where he dares revel, the dastardly devious Devil's Rock Devil.
That's actually a nice jingle.
Am I right in thinking you're not from around here?
Good call, McCallan. Santa Monica, California. Born and bred. Hadn't even been to Devil's Rock before I got the job. The divine irony is that I got this job due to a misleading ad in a newspaper. Seeking newspaper editor for dynamic community, exciting stories, amazing opportunities. What nonsense. But now I'm here. Nonsense is all I have to write about.
Why did you stay in Dead Nettle?
I came down with a horrible case of temporary insanity.
Health issues?
No, I started dating a notary named Jonathan. Right after I'd taken out a mortgage, I stumbled across his dalliances with the fishmonger's wife, the ironmonger's wife, and the cheesemonger's wife. Knowing his type, I decided I'd become a warmonger, and I set fire to his belongings. I last saw him picking through his charred underpants on my front porch. Now he's off in Rancho Cucamonga with some flapper named Anastasia, and I'm still financially tied to this island.
Damn.
I'm trying to track down 3 dead bodies.
A serial killer? In Dead Nettle? This could be gold. When did this happen? This morning? Last night?
No,
30 years ago.
33 years ago.
33 years ago! That's not journalism, that's archaeology.
Evelyn, quick! The most scandalous scandal is scandaling outside right now.
Pull the other one, McCallan. I'm busy here. Now, let's see. What was I writing? Oh, yes. Bankruptcy, incarceration, humiliation.
Is that for an expose?
No, the horoscopes.
What do the horoscopes have in store for me?
What star sign are you?
Scorpio?
Oh dear, oh dear.
What does it say?
I think you're best not knowing. I don't know why I bother writing horoscopes, to be honest. There's no future in it.
I think I better be going.
I need to distract her.
I broke the hinge earlier.
I need to distract her. Maybe Ned can help?
Hello again, Mac. I hope you don't mind, but you left your fish hanging there. No sense in letting the fish that size go to waste. I've started cooking it up. It'll be the tastiest fish this side of the Mississippi. We can tuck in as soon as it's cooked.
I tried to hide the realization growing on my face. A mouthful of taxidermy stuffing and chipped teeth from the iron horseshoe hidden inside wouldn't be the culinary sensation Ned was after. Sounds great, Ned.
Yeah, I'm so sorry.
Evening, Ned.
Hello again, Mac.
Ned, I don't know how to tell you this, but I'm not sure that fish is edible.
Nah, Mac. Don't be so modest.
No, really, I think there's something inside the fish that shouldn't be there.
You almost had me there, Mac.
Ned was a nice guy, seemingly too nice to believe what I'd stowed in that fish. How's the grilled pancoza coming along?
Sizzling up nicely. I have to keep checking it every few minutes. Make sure the fire isn't too hot. Make sure the skin doesn't get too charred. But don't worry, I'll let you know as soon as we're ready to eat.
Catch you later, Ned.
See you around, Mac.
Do I have to burn it up even more?
I didn't need to set fire to that.
Or take out the magnet?
The fish was far too hot to pick up, and I was sure Ned wouldn't have wanted me to extinguish his grill.
Oh, brother. Can I pick it up with pliers?
I couldn't do that. The fish I'd supposedly caught was now slowly simmering on the grill. I didn't need to cut that. The fish I'd supposedly...
Okay.
I didn't want to make a hole in that.
Poor Ned. Oh my god. See, this is why I said I needed to take the fish with me. Or at the very least take out, like, the horseshoe from inside. Oh, I feel bad. Let me save again. And then refer to the hints. I need to go. Need to get her out of the office. Okay, I need to revoke my record. Oh my god, I feel bad for Ned. I lied to him.
If Ned wanted to wait until the fish was cooked to tuck in, it was time.
I'm sorry, Ned. I'm so sorry. I just wanted my picture. I didn't want to lie to you.
We don't want you overdone, little fishy. Time to cut you open. Ready for a taste sensation, Mac?
Ready as I'll ever be.
Hand me back that.
I'm so sorry, Ned. You're so nice. I didn't want to lie to you.
Something in here.
I'm sorry.
A horseshoe.
Now, how did that get in there?
Mac, I think your fish is stuffed.
Well, knock me over with a herring. I'm shocked. Does this mean my record doesn't count?
I hate to break it to you.
Did I hear what I think I heard? Out of the way, Buster.
Evelyn! What took you so long?
The record-breaking Pancosa was stuffed. The new record was a sham. Murphy, what have you got to say for yourself?
I didn't do it.
Caught me red-handed. Well, I don't mean to be coy with you, but this cuts me to the soul. I only entered for the halibut. I can't believe I'm herring this right. I'm cracking up. I'm floundering. I'm carping on and on. I need to clear my head, but let me know if you need anything else from me.
I think you've got more of a future in the funny pages than serious journalism, Murphy. Kips, have you got time for an interview with the Juniper Parish Gazette?
Evelyn homed in on Ned like a dog with a bone and no sense of personal boundaries.
Ned still believed in us despite all that. Oh, jeez. Good old Ned.
Death certificate. I began to search through the
You're so nice, man. I love you. Sorry about that, buddy.
I found it. In the bottom corner of the newspaper was a small announcement showing that the person buried on that date was named Eleanor Hines. I ripped out the announcement and replaced the newspaper.
Eleanor Hines, okay.
McCallan, I told you you can't go back there.
Whoops, look at the time. I've really got to be going.
Your interview was fast.
I had a name to go along with the death certificate. Now it was time to find out where they were buried.
At St. Juniper's Church. But before I do anything, let me save again, because I don't want to restart that whole part. All right. Back to the church. Or rather, the cemetery. So now that I have the name, looking for Eleanor here. Where are you, Eleanor?
Began searching the graves for the name in the clipping. Eleanor Hines. Aha! I discovered a small headstone at the center of the cemetery, partially covered in moss and lacking any date whatsoever. So this was where Eleanor Hines had been buried. Except, now that I was looking at it etched in large letters, I began to realize something. The name was an anagram. Here lies no one? And if a person wasn't buried here, what was?
I need to borrow the shovel. Hello, dude. Can you lend me your shovel here?
Do you mind if I borrow this shovel?
Oh, go right ahead. I already dug up those naughty thorns. It's funny, even when things are dead, they can still cause trouble. Just look at us ghosts.
Thank you so much, sir. Unlike the characters as Nancy Drew, where you have to do chores to get stuff, people in this just give things to us, or I trick them into giving things to me. Okay, dig up that grave, bitch.
To say digging up a grave felt eerie would be an understatement. But if something was down there, I needed to find out what it was.
Or it's just Ned. Ned and the gardener.
Shovel and began.
It's Ned and the gardener now. And remember the musician, the pianist who just played the music for us when we just asked? He didn't need anything from us either, right?
Eventually,
they're nice people.
I found something.
What's that? It's a box. Do I bury the hole again?
But instead, a battered old chest.
A lens.
I opened the chest I dug up from the grave and
the tail of the mermaid.
A round glass lens and an engraving in the lid of the chest. I picked up the glass lens. The engraving read, "The Tale of the Mermaid."
Okay, so the Tail of the Mermaid is the statue in the house. This one. Right, Tail of the Mermaid?
The two sea deities stared. That wasn't going to work.
Okay, maybe I need to go to the telescope. Don't mind the occasional Matt Griffin trading for someone to something for the main character, but I wouldn't. The occasional nice person wouldn't mind the occasional nice person who doesn't mind just doing it as a favor for free. Yeah, I mean, you need like a bunch of good and like bad characters, I would say. They're not really bad, just annoying. Like, you need characters who are like nice enough that they just do things for free, you know, don't no questions asked. And then a couple they're like, hey, I need you to do me a favor. Okay, help me do this and I'll give this to you. You know, you kind of have all the characters asking you to do something because you want something from them, you know, which I think is something that the Nancy characters do a lot. Too much, if you ask me, where you want something and pretty much every single one of them would be like, you need to do this chore for me first. You need to do my homework. You need to do this before I give things to you, which gets annoying. But okay, telescope.
The small lens fit perfectly on the end of the telescope. I immediately looked through it to see what it would reveal. I spy with my little eye the next clue.
Yeah, the characters from Nancy Drew were too much on one side. Yeah, you need like a mix. You know, but the Nancy Drew characters are just all on one side, which is very annoying when every single person's like, do this for me. Like, no, like, I wouldn't mind if, like, say it's like in like White Wolf Icicle Creek where she's undercover as the maid or one of the staff members, and people think that, oh, because she's working there, I need to ask you to do this for me. That's fine. That makes sense to the storyline because she's undercover. But a lot of times Nancy's there as a guest. They don't even know her well. She's like a stranger they just met, and they're like, oh, here, do this for me, do that for me, do this for me. Like, why? You just met this complete stranger, you know, and you're just asking them to do everything for you? Like, what?
The creek meandered all across the peninsula. Surely that was too much to search. The creek meandered...
It's the ending, I think.
The creek meandered all across the peninsula. Surely that was too much to search.
Do I need to use... Oh. I can move this. Tale of the Mermaid. Here. Tale of the Mermaid.
Tale of the Mermaid. This must have been the location described in the chest's inscription, but looking through the gap in the weather vane, all I could see was darkness. With no easy path to it, I couldn't justify risking my life trekking through overgrown wilderness and the alligator-infested bayou unless I was sure something was there. I needed some way to light up the bayou.
Which, again, I need to turn on the light from the lighthouse, I think, and then it will light up. So I need to just...
With no easy...
I need to just light up the lighthouse. So, oh, that's 2 quests in a row where I had to light up the lighthouse. Okay. Oh, no, wait. I need fireworks. I didn't notice there were fireworks in the cellar. But you know what? I tend to miss stuff like that a lot, so I'm not surprised I missed it. So let's go and take that firework thing, the library here. Apparently there are a bunch of fireworks here that I did not notice at all the first time I came down. Where is that box of fireworks? There we go.
I took one of the fireworks. The logo on the side revealed that it was called the Whizzer. I'd known a boy in elementary school with the same nickname. I already had a firework. I didn't need another.
Okay, fine. Alright, then you'll go back up. And then try to illuminate the bayou. Wait. Don't move that.
Using the firework to light up the bayou was a great idea. I just needed to launch it from the Bellemore Manor roof, if I could find something to serve as a launch tube.
Search at the launch tube.
I needed to think of something else.
I need something to launch it. I need a tube, but what?
The firework dropped snugly into the drain pipe. If it needed a launch tube to fire, this was the closest I was going to get. I took a match out of the matchbook, dragged it against the striker, and lit the firework.
Hurry up, go back and look into the...
Illuminated by the glow of the fireworks, I could see something through the mermaid weather vane. It looked like a wishing well.
That's where we need to go next. All right. We did stuff. Let's save. And time to go to the wishing well.
My route to the well had me clambering over fallen tupelo trees and trudging through knee-deep water, lit only by moonlight and accompanied only by the overly curious critters of the bayou. But eventually, I found it. I looked down the well. I couldn't see the bottom. Perhaps the darkness concealed the next step of my treasure hunt, if I could find a way down into it.
I got a crank.
The crank slid into the gear mechanism perfectly.
Of course it did. Can I go down now?
I'd heard of throwing a coin down a well to make a wish, but never of throwing yourself down. I just had to hope a 30-year-old rope could still hold my weight.
Because if not, we'll be trapped down there, of course. Of course it doesn't. And I fell down. Of course. Yippee-doo-dah.
With some luck, I found I'd landed on a metal platform jutting out into the hollow of the well. Clearly, I wasn't the first person to come down here, although the previous visitor might have arrived here more gracefully.
All right, and then now we can save again. Because we don't want to lose that progress, right? So grab the spindle.
Except the rope and the spindle it was attached to.
You never know that's going to be used for or not. Pick up everything in games like this. Okay, so let's just go into the alcove.
Unless I planned on jumping even further down into the well, the alcove looked like the only route out. But as I ran my hands over the bumps in the darkness, I couldn't find anything but cold, wet stone. If there was something there, I'd need some illumination to find it.
Another Brooklyn Sword reference? Yeah.
Knowing how flammable the grease-soaked cotton would be, I wrapped it around the spindle to form a rudimentary torch.
I need to make a torch and then light this bad boy up. And then I get light. Got a mirror? Nope, I got a torch.
I took a match out.
Definitely feels like a Broken Sword reference. Was it Broken Sword 1, I think, that we went down, like, it wasn't a well, but we did go down, like, underground quite a bit. And, yeah. Okay, press that button.
I pressed the button and immediately heard the sound.
Because I remember, since I just played, like, Broken Sword, like, 1 Reforged not too long ago. So I remember we went down to this, like, area, and definitely feels like that reference to that, right? It looks similar too. Of course, we go in, and then this closes, right? Definitely.
The passageway meandered like a labyrinth through the underground rock. With each step, I felt more and more lost and ready to turn back. Then up ahead, I saw a glimmer of light.
Okay, we made it. And once again, let me save. And up there we go.
The top of the stairs appeared to be a dead end, but the wooden board blocking my way and the muffled sounds of electricity suggested there was more to this passageway than met the eye. I placed my hands on the obstruction and pushed.
Secret laboratory. I knew it.
I emerged into a dimly lit office that seemed to have been taken over by frighteningly active machinery, and from the familiar groaning of wood, I realized where I was.
And this is Cecile. Or Cecil Bellemore.
Solved your treasure hunt, Cecil. I hope you don't mind me taking this as my reward.
I'm so sorry you died, Cecil. Oh my, for fuck's sake!
Who is trying to find the lost treasure of Bellemore Manor before me?
Rackham.
You know who I am.
Of course I know who you are.
I also know that you have started down a foolish path. It will only end in your death, Murphy McCallan.
I know all about your plan, Rackham.
My plan will succeed with or without your interference. I'm afraid you're making a terrible mistake, McCallan. For your own sake, I suggest you leave this island for good.
Never.
Oh, for fuck you.
Or not, I'm part of this story now.
I will stop you, you know.
I said I didn't warn you. If you're so interested in being friends with the dead, perhaps it's time you joined them. Just as Cecil Bellemore's blood poured from his body, so shall yours.
Why did the door open at the back? And you pushed me through it for what?
Rackham's telekinetic powers had dropped me onto the mill's conveyor belt. My wrists and ankles now tied with the same wire that was strewn about the mill. But at least the buzzsaw...
Oh, that's why this place was locked. Okay. You spoke too early, dude.
Even worse.
Can I do anything? Or am I supposed to just, like, what? Let him die?
With inches to spare, the belt snagged on the warping wooden frame and gave me a chance of escape. Acutely aware that...
Time for a QTE? No. It's not letting me do anything.
With my hands and feet bound, I couldn't reach my belongings.
Hand rope.
I held the wire wrapped around my wrists against the spinning blade. It cut through them like butter, just like it would do to me if I couldn't get my ankles free. With seconds left, I hacked into the wires with the scissors and just managed to cut through them. With my legs free, I swung myself off the conveyor belt. I had survived being cut in half, and now I had Cecil's key.
Yay, I'm alive! Now in your face, Rackham! In your fucking face. I'm alive, bitch. I did it. Are you still in there? You're not. Good, good, good.
It didn't feel right pulling the dagger from the skeleton.
No?
I didn't want to interfere with the skeleton any more than I had to.
Sorry, dude. Sorry, my dude. You rest in peace there, huh?
Despite my efforts, I couldn't find a way to open the bookcase passage from this side. Horror novels had told me that one of the shelved books might be a secret lever, but if there was one, I couldn't find it.
Yeah, there's nothing I can do for him. Unfortunately, I'm so sorry.
So this was the generator that the water wheel was powering. This was what was bringing the spark of life to Cecil's experiments.
I'm sorry, Cecil. I really am. But I found his key. I found his key, buddy. Okay, now, time for... I saved. Did you not see me just save? But I'll save again. Why not? I can save multiple times. Okay. I got one key. The actor's key. I need to do the lighthouse thing. How do I do that? Enjoy yourself in the captain's club. Refuse to leave unless there's mist coming in. Need something to look like mist. I know how to do that, but I need a way to... mist up enough. But it was blowing away from the window. Went inside the club, used the switch by the door to turn off the ceiling fan. Okay. Okay. But yeah, thank you for the reminder. I appreciate it. So, hold on. Let me...
The bottle I was carrying would be a better choice for that. I didn't need...
Okay, yeah, don't remind me. Okay, water.
I filled the bottle with water from the fountain.
Okay, and then go to the house to get the dry ice. Okay, no, wait, wrong corridor. This side. Make dry ice. Okay, flask. Which, by the way, in the game, it shows like, you know, our character just grabbing the hands with dry ice. You know, I mean, grabbing the dry ice with his bare hands and then putting it in the flask. Don't do that in real life, people. That'll hurt. Okay, go upstairs.
Is that Penco's fish I could smell from the kitchens?
Out on the docks, actually. Ned started up a grill.
I had a Penco's fish once.
To eat?
No, I could never eat him. He was a pet of mine. Used to swim around in my bathtub, though he didn't much care for the squeeze when Mrs. Pemberley took a bath. Lived to the ripe old age of 13. I had him stuffed and mounted aboard the Spirit Queen to honor his treasured life. Bernie, I called him.
I had the dawning realization that I knew that fish better than I had expected.
I wonder what happened to him.
Well, he's definitely Bernie now, I can tell you that.
I am so sorry I burnt him up. I'm so sorry, dude. I didn't mean to do that.
Which seemed to control the ceiling fans.
I wouldn't have known I need to use that. But now that I did that, let me do this so that I can get the lighthouse key to turn on the lighthouse lights. And of course, the captain is drinking too much to notice that I'm doing it right outside the window where he's sitting right by. So just ignore me, dude. I'm just doing my thing.
I poured the contents of the bottle onto the dry ice, and immediately it started to evaporate, filling the area with mist.
Waiter!
Yes? That's me. Not really, but what do you want?
I don't work here.
Do you know how to work a lock at least?
Yes.
Right. Well, the fog's coming in, and someone needs to switch on the lighthouse light. I would do it myself, but that fort's danker than the inside of a sailor's trousers. Use this key to unlock the gate, then turn on the light with the switch on the ramparts. Think you can handle that?
Of course.
I'm on it.
Before I do anything, of course, let me save first. Because you know the bugs in this game. And then now let's travel to the fort. I got the key now, so let me open the gate. And turn on...
Fort ramparts, I had an unobstructed view across the entire southeastern coast of the island. Cliffs and crags, waves and water, and an endless horizon.
Now it's shining light. So we can go back to the church. Oh, the wheel. Move it so it's turning to the church area. Awesome. Now let's go back to the church. And then save first before I do anything. I hate how I can't save over like an old like save file. I gotta save a new one, which is very annoying. It's a minor problem, but still annoying.
Walking into the church, I was presented with the sight of the stained glass window illuminated beautifully by the lighthouse beam. They lined up perfectly.
Okay, now let's go in. Light. In the light, find the cross, for it shall bring you safe passage.
Pressing the button, I noticed something had changed in the stained glass window. Whatever mechanical process it used was a mystery to me, but pressing the button caused the panes of glass to tilt, ever so slightly, so that the white light from the fort was split into 4 different colors that seemed to dance around the window.
I need to make a cross picture. How do I do that? In the light, find the cross, for it shall bring you safe passage. Does that have to be yellow in the middle? Oh, the color is... Oh, you need to rotate to there. Okay, I got it. Wait, I think I need... Then orange. Okay, and then this one. Okay, dark blue on that side, so light blue here. Give me a sec. Wait, wrong side. No, wait, I switched these two. Oh, damn it. I'm sorry. Wait. Oh, I switched the yellow one. It's fine. I can switch it back. Just let me rotate that. There we go.
As soon as the plates in the stained glass window clicked into place, forming a translucent cross at the center, I heard a rumble behind me. The sound of antique machinery somewhere beneath the stone floor.
Whoa! There we go. And before I do anything, let me save first. Time to go in. Oh my god, Rackham!
The uneven stone staircase descended beneath the church into a dark,
Rackham is falling after me because he couldn't find the treasure on his own because he's too incompetent. So he's falling after me. Fuck you, Rackham.
of moonlight filtering through a narrow hole above. Tombs surrounded me in solemn silence. I had found the sanctuary crypt.
Getting safe. This is where Yardley is.
Brickwork was crumbling, and although I couldn't dislodge it with my bare hands, I could tell it wouldn't take much force to break through. Trying to break through the brick wall with the auger would have taken far too long.
Okay.
I needed to know what was on the other side of that wall, and this was a situation that called for some straightforward destruction.
I'm so sorry, but I know it's Yardley that's behind the wall. He was drugged and then Rackham put him behind the wall, and yeah.
You're free now, Yardley. He can't keep you imprisoned anymore.
And we all know who's gonna appear at this very moment. Rackham.
I grow weary of your inability to heed my warning, Murphy McCallan. No good shall come from you pursuing this.
What you've done to Abigail Bellemore cannot be allowed to continue.
Abigail Bellemore is dead, as will you be, if you can.
You're also fucking dead and stay dead.
She deserves to be free, just like all the ghosts of the manor.
You haven't learnt, have you, McCallan? Everything you've done so far has just made the situation worse. Now is the time to back out.
I'll never do that, Rackham.
I'll defeat you.
It's more important to me now than it's ever been.
Then I hope it's a cause you're willing to die for. Just as Yardley Bellemore was entombed alive, so shall you be.
What, are you gonna cause this place to, like, what? Destroy itself or what?
Rackham's spell had transported me somewhere I couldn't immediately place. I was lying down.
It would be real funny if Rackham was actually a good guy.
Able to feel the grain of the
Yeah, that would be a twist, man. That would be a twist I wouldn't
I
expect.
heard the noise. Something thudding on the boards above me. That's when I realized I was being buried alive. There wasn't room to swing a shovel inside the cramped coffin. By the time I finished drilling my way out with the auger, I'd be under several feet of dirt. That wasn't going to help me escape from the coffin. Pulling the nails out of the coffin lid only would have worked if I'd been outside the coffin. That wasn't going to help me escape from the coffin.
Okay.
That wasn't going to help me escape from the coffin. I pushed on the coffin lid with all my might, telling myself that an inch of cedar was all that separated me from the night air, but it was no use.
Okay, what'd I do?
That wasn't going to help me escape from the coffin.
Well, at least he's doing it very slowly.
Help me, I'm stuck in here!
Who's saying that?
Down here! I'm inside the coffin, I need you to get me out.
You're in the coffin?
Yes!
Pull the other one. Do you think I'm falling for that again?
Wait, what? Really? I'm trapped in here.
I don't know how you're doing it, but I don't believe you. You can't fool old Edgar 3 times with that prank. Ugh, these tourists are gonna be the death of me.
The death of him? It seemed like my earlier escapades had come back to bite me in the behind. If I was going to get out, I needed to prove I was down there. It was time for some outside-the-box thinking. I fumbled in my pockets and took out the screw jack, bracing it between the floor and the lid. With each crank, the pressure grew and grew, until finally...
Would you stop doing that?
Hey, could you get me out of here?
Murphy? What are you doing down there?
Trying to not be down here.
I'll go fetch a ladder. Don't go anywhere.
Where do you think I could go? Before I'd even reached the top of the ladder, Edgar had fled to the safety of his shack, far away from the grave where he'd inadvertently tried to bury me.
I feel so bad for the dude.
Now I had Yardley's key.
I feel so bad for the guy because he was just doing his job and then Rackham had to pull this shit and then he actually thought that he buried me alive. I'm so sorry, you old dude. I'm so sorry. Yeah, I couldn't catch a break, man. Blame Rackham. He's the asshole. But I gotta save first. I'm going to save. And I'm going to take a quick break because I really need to go to the bathroom. So for those of you watching on YouTube, thank y'all so much for watching. I'll see y'all in the next video. Until then, take care.